See, the thing is, guys, that when you don't follow me, you have to understand it's really that you don't follow my wisdom. And when you don't follow wisdom, you're a loser. You're a big loser in life. And I have nothing else to say other than just grow and just make sure that you find your way, because that way you will understand what wisdom is. You have to understand that those people who never follow wisdom and never follow a life coach who's worth it, such as I, are never deserving of my wisdom in my life. I promise you, they're never deserving of Jesus' wisdom either, in terms of what I have. You have to understand, I've got Jesus' wisdom over here. Although, I don't care about those people who never follow me. I need you to understand, I never care about whoever's follow me other than I and Jesus. I need you to understand that I'm really just very empathetic to show leadership today, because when you show leadership, you'll find a better way. You'll find something to say, you'll find what you need to do in life, and you do it differently, and you make sure that whatever's happening in your life is going to be number one in life. And you should understand that when people don't follow you, you don't need them at all. I don't need you guys to follow me at all. I don't need you to follow me. You understand? I don't need you to follow me. I've got wisdom. I've got success. I don't care about proving myself to you. I've already proven myself to Jesus. I've already got what it takes to succeed. I don't need to coach you for anything in life. I don't coach you. I don't grow you. I don't grow anybody in this world other than I in Jesus' name. I do this for me in Jesus' name. I do this for something greater. I make sure that when I post a video, I speak my mind and that's it. You like it, you like it. You don't like it, you get lost. You go somewhere else. I promise you it's that simple. I promise you the world outside will disappoint you. And they'll say, you're a nobody, mate, because you look a certain way. And because you say something a certain way. And because your tone is something lower than somebody else, or your tone is a bit high-pitched. I mean, they point out your flaws, and when they do that, they say you're a nobody because of this. You understand? I don't need those people in my life. I realize today that my confidence is strong. I give my content for free. I've got over 300 hours of content on YouTube. I mean, 300 hours of content. I mean, if you've never done that before, I mean, don't judge me. I mean, if you've never even done 1 hour video in your life coaching somebody, I mean, please do not judge me for 300 hours of my life that I've gave coaching others. You have to understand that when I coach other people, I coach myself the most. And I teach myself the basics of life. I teach myself something foundational in Jesus Christ. I promise you that if you're a psychiatrist out there and you're saying you mentioned Jesus Christ in life and you're schizophrenic now, you're an idiot, mate. You have to understand that there are people like that too. You mention Jesus Christ and they will say you're a schizophrenic. I'm not a schizophrenic. You have to understand I was a schizophrenic. I promise you that schizophrenia is a thinking disorder. And those people who write down everything are the ones who are able to overcome it. You're able to overcome everything when you plan for everything. I'm very successful today, and guess what? I never rely on the outside world anymore to follow me for my free wisdom anymore. I don't care about you. You're not going to take me down. I give money for you guys so that you can come see my wisdom for free. I'm such a rich person because guess what? I understand what quality is. I understand that when I live my life, I do it differently every single day. I do something differently every day. I've got nothing else to do other than give wisdom from Jesus Christ. I'm just a messenger of God. I'm just passing on the message. And that's it. I promise you, my name, Danny, stands for messenger of God. I promise you, that's what it means. I, every single day, make sure that whatever I do today is going to be much better for me. I don't care about anybody else. Because guess what? I promise you, they don't care about me either. You understand? So what is the benchmark? I mean, the benchmark is help anyway. And give content anyway, because you have to do something. You don't do it for them. You just go and give content for free. You just go and give your content. I mean, once you give it, you're going to understand how to give it more. And you're going to build the courage that you need to give it in front of people. And then you can go in front of a crowd and give it. You're going to build some skills. You're going to build some passion. You're going to build some confidence. You're going to build what you need to succeed every single day. You're going to speak your heart out, and you're going to be your authentic. You're going to be yourself. I'm 28 in 1 today. You have to understand I have 28 years of age. I'm number 1 in my heart in Jesus Christ. I promise you every single day I do something that's going to be relative to something greater. I focus on mankind in a way that Jesus would. I focus on something greater. And if you guys need to pin me down while I give you free information, I don't care. I mean, I grow from it. I grow from you pinning me down, because I never get pinned down anymore. I never pin myself down. I mean, there's no point in killing myself when I give you free knowledge of wisdom while you don't even follow me. I don't care about your follow. I mean, you're just one person in the world. You're just one. I'm just one too, although I don't need your follow in my life. I don't need you to look at me. I don't need you to see any of my content, because I got so much content and wisdom. I don't need you to see it. I don't need you to see my wisdom in my life. I need you to go somewhere else, please. I'm honest. I never need you to see my knowledge in my life. I realize my knowledge is worth it. I never need you to see it. You understand? I never need you guys to see it. I don't care who's watching this other than I in Jesus' name. I only care about I. And that's why I understand that whoever's watching my video over here, I don't care if you see my wisdom or not. Promise you, it's wisdom. Promise you, I'm successful. You egomaniacs out there, I don't care about you either. You have to understand that it's really, I'm just fluent in what I say. And because I'm fluent, I teach something. I teach what I'm doing each and every single day. I teach my schedule. I teach my life habits and rituals. I teach how I live my life. You're not interested? You never have to be interested. You go find someone else. You go find someone else quickly. I don't need you in my life. I promise you that when you're relying on the outside world for anything, and even to follow you for free, because you gave wisdom, I promise you they'll never follow you. I promise you that they rather follow a woman who shakes her ass than a man who gives wisdom. You understand? I'm not a bisexual person. I'm a divine being. I'm not gay either. I promise you that there are many people who rather follow the devil rather than Jesus Christ. I promise you. I promise you, although, that Jesus doesn't feel any rejection from you. I understand that Jesus would say, Father, forgive them, because they do not know what they do. I don't even know, because that's why I grow. I still grow when I don't know. I promise you it's a blessing when you don't know. I promise you that when you're growing, you're going to grow in interest. You're going to grow something in life. You have to grow yourself. You have to grow yourself daily, and you have to be on your own. You have to be on your own to succeed. You cannot be with other people. You cannot be with other people at all. I mean, there's no point in being with other people, because they're just going to waste your time. I'm never around other people. I never care about them. I never need to be around them in my life. I find something better to do inside. I go inside. I stay indoors. I pitch shift. I mean, do you understand what that means? I pitch shift my finances. I have finances. I make sure to correlate with the dates and times. And when something goes berserk, I realize I pull back on some instances of my finances, and I make sure to not do this and not do that and not do that anymore, so that I can have more money. I cut some expenses, which are my investments. I need to understand that times get tough sometimes when you're not growing. Although, guess what? I'm always growing. I'm always growing. I've got the technology I need. I've got Netflix. I chill. I read. I am loving life. I understand you guys out there got all the women. I don't care about you guys. I don't care about your woman either. I care about Jesus. I understand that you may be cocky and saying you got this woman and she went with you and you got all of this. You have to understand that Jesus Christ never ever kissed a woman sexually. I'll teach you who a man is in life. You have to understand that it's not about chasing women. You have to understand it's not about chasing guys in life. I need you to go and do you. I need you to go be alone. I need you to go and realize to be authentic and be in the moment. And just give from your heart. I need you to give from your heart and relax. I cried just earlier. I cried because people outside of me do not follow me even for my wisdom. I give them money to see me, and they go follow a woman who shakes her ass. I mean, she gets 80,000 followers a year for shaking her ass, and I give $600 for 600 followers. I mean, I care, although you have to understand, I'm blessed for giving money. I'm blessed for that. I'm blessed for it. I mean, the world's like that. I mean, they'd rather follow a woman who shakes her ass than a guy or a man or Jesus who teaches them. You understand? I mean, they appreciate the woman's vagina more than Jesus Christ in life. I mean, the idiots. You have to understand that you have to respect yourself. You have to respect what you're doing every day. You have to respect your integrity and who you are on a daily basis. You have to practice and practice and practice your communication skills and be authentic and fail on camera and fail on camera and fail all the time. I need you to learn from it too. I need you to learn from everything you say in life. I need you to open your heart out. I need you to give your content. I need you to do something today that's going to help you. You don't believe in me? I never need you to believe in me. You go believe in Jesus Christ. You go do Jesus Christ's work in life. I do it every single day. I do it every single day because I've got nothing else to do in this life. I promise you. I make sure to go and live my life the best I can. I understand they may have had more women than me. I promise you that they've had more women than Jesus Christ too. I mean, do you understand me? I've got no shame for who I am. I've got no shame because I look at Jesus and that's my role model in life. I go one step at a time. I live my life one step at a time. I go and just breathe. I breathe. I speak my mindset and my heart every single day. I give my best to give you free content. I give my best to give my free content in a way that you can click once and open the video. Because I understand that most people will never even sign up to an application to see me in life. Because it's an unfamiliar face and it's a unique face too. And I've got something to say that's different. And that's why they don't even follow me. I mean, I don't need you to follow me in my life. I don't care about you. I care about growing in life. I'm here to grow. And those people watching this are here to grow. And that's it. I promise you, if you're not here to grow, I promise you I need you somewhere else right now. I need you to go watch pornography or something in life. I mean, do you understand me? I've got something to say. I give it. I receive it in a better way. I understand that when I give my hearts out, I give some wisdom along the way. I give some skills. I give how I act and react. I give what I do on a daily basis. You don't have to believe in me. You don't have to believe in me. You go believe in somebody who's teaching you something. I'm teaching something all the time. I'm always making sure that when I fail, I pick myself up. I do something much greater for myself in Jesus Christ's name. I'm always doing it for Jesus Christ. I'm never doing it for I do it for Jesus Christ. I do it for something greater. I need you to understand I put myself first above Jesus Christ, although with Jesus Christ. I need you to understand I'm always with Jesus Christ. I'm never above Jesus Christ. I am always with Jesus Christ. I'm equal with Jesus Christ. I'm always making sure that I'm always humble. I'm never kicking people down. I promise you, when people are kicking you down, I promise you they're not humble. You have to understand that moral people who have high morals will lift you up. I promise you those people who are noble are also humble. And humble people and noble people, or a modern man or woman, is going to lift you up. I promise you everything else is devastation and hypocrisy and lies and cheats and stealers and thieves. I never need you to go there because those people who are thieves and cheaters and disloyal people are ones who are never following Jesus Christ. They're people who are Pharisees. They're egotistical people, and they're going around with poisonous people and of that nature. I used to go to the nightclubs. I used to drink and do drugs. I used to do cocaine. I used to do weed for 3 years. I used to smoke cigarettes in the nightclubs. I used to break rules. I used to smoke weed and drive my car. I used to put other people's lives at risk. Gosh, it's not the way to go. I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate to be able to have my life today. I'm very fortunate because I've had some near misses in my life. I could have died. I could have got hit by a truck. I could have swerved into a barrier. I could have swerved into a barrier and flew off somewhere. I could have died on many occasions. I survived. I had stronger will to succeed. And you should understand that when you have stronger will, you're just going to speak your mind. You're just going to learn on the camera for yourself to grow. You grow. You forget them. You forget them and how they grow. You don't care about how they grow. You care about you. You care about you and how you're going to grow. And how are you going to speak on camera today? Understand? You're going to have a conversation with yourself every single day. I mean, when you're talking on the camera, you're talking to teach you. You're not talking to teach them. You already have an audience. I have an audience right now. I mean, this video is not live. I have an audience right now. I mean, it's I'm teaching myself something here. I'm teaching myself how to communicate with I mean, then I post it online and then you go and take some ideas. It's that simple. I need to teach you how to grow. I need to show you what to do. You deserve success. I promise you, I talk to myself when I say this. I teach myself everything in Jesus Christ's name. I have to improve my schedule too. I have to improve my finances too. I have a life just like you. I have to make sure that what I'm doing today is going to correlate to a better mindset. I have to speed read. I speed read everything these days. I use 2 phones. I upload my content with one phone. I realize that with my other phone, I'm watching Netflix while I upload. I mean, I don't watch start to finish. I'm not your average guy. I just watch the thumbnails. I load the thumbnail, which pops up, and it's like this thumbnail. And then I just put the cursor this way, and it's just showing me photos of the movie. I mean, just showing me images of the movie. I don't have to watch the movie. I don't care about the movie. I care about the images of the movie. I mean, I just watch the images. I just go a slide this way, and you see hundreds of images fly past. I watch a 2-hour movie in 1 minute. I mean, I just watch the images. I have Netflix now. I give $10 a month. I'm free to go and learn. I just watched The Big Bang Theory. I mean, 11 seasons. I watched it in less than 2 hours. I mean, it took them 11 years to make it. I watched it in less than 2 hours. I mean, it's a whole block of knowledge of just images from the film. I just watched the images. Gosh, it's more than enough because that audio that they have in the Big Bang Theory will not teach me anything. I promise you. I go to Jesus for the teachings. I go for the images because the images is something that's going to teach me. I promise you, Jesus would say, you must go and see and watch films in images. Because that's what Jesus can explain, although Jesus can never show you exactly how right now. You understand? I promise you, Jesus can do anything, although you understand that in order for the Bible now to show you what an image looks like, you understand me. You have to go and watch it. You go and watch the images. I watch everything on Netflix now. I watch everything. I promise you, I used to be such a turd in terms of the romance movies. I used to be so stupid because I thought too much about it. I was thinking too much about romance and women and all of that. I'm not gay, I'm not bisexual, although you never think about it. I disliked romance films for some reason. And guess what? It teaches you so much. When I look at the images of a romance film, I see how they correlate and hang around with each other and talk around each other and dress and everything. It teaches you something. There's not a video out there that I cannot watch really fast. I watch everything fast. I can do anything. I can do anything in my life. There's always a video out there that I can watch. I never say no to a film. I never say no to anything anymore in terms of video. I never watch pornography though. I never watch pornography because when I was watching one time, that they were looking at each other, and I was masturbating to the video, and I just never felt good. I mean, they're looking at each other, and they're really into intimacy, and I was masturbating to that. I mean, it doesn't go. I'm just honest. I watched pornography for 13 years. I'm not embarrassed to say. You have to understand that it just doesn't go. I mean, if you're perfect, you'll never judge me. I promise you that either way, you can judge me, although you fall down when you judge me. You start to be a sarcastic person. I promise you, if you judge me, it's bad on you for judging me. You show me compassion. You show me empathy. You say, don't worry, man. I mean, let's lift from this point. I promise you, that's much better. I'd rather go to those people to learn something. I promise you, everybody can teach you something. I promise you, every single movie I ever watched in Netflix, I watched over 500 hours of videos. 500 hours of videos in less than a week. Just images. And guess what? I learned so much. Every single show that is totally new. And I had bad mottos for those shows. I seen a woman dressed in a certain way and I said no. I although thought like that, and it's my ego that says that. And I was just closed off to those movies. I was closed off to the romance movies and to certain TV shows because of the look. I said, that's not me. I went into it. I opened my mind because I only watched the images. And I just said, I'll just learn something from this video because it's just going to be images. And then once I'm watching a film or TV show, and within 3 episodes and 4 episodes and 1 season and 2nd season, I start to love it. I start to say, this show is so amazing and the camera is so excellent. And the characters, I can see exactly what they're doing and they're excellent and they're acting amazingly. I was just so closed off to the TV shows and movies out there. I now feel amazing because I get to do something amazing. I do 1-minute videos. I post 1-minute videos online. I also post 1-hour videos online. I do both. I do what makes me happier in life. I teach myself how to really benefit myself in life. In Jesus' name. I understand I've done some embarrassing moments in my life. I promise you that it's just me growing. You have to understand that sometimes we all make mistakes. And guess what? We have to bounce back up because if we fall, I promise you it's caused by a lack of integrity. And it's caused by confidence that's lacking. And you should understand that when we are building resilience, we never look back. We move forward. And regardless of our mistakes, we persist in Jesus. I always persist in Jesus because I understand Jesus Christ. I see Jesus Christ. I don't know Jesus Christ. I see Jesus Christ. I see the habits of that God. I understand Jesus is God. I understand that Jesus rose from the dead and showed up in front of people. I understand Jesus walked on water in front of people. You have to understand that it's amazing to hear that. And also, I can see everything going on with Jesus. I understand that Jesus said to his disciples that he's going to get killed, and he did. I understand Jesus said to his disciples that one of them is going to turn on him, and somebody did. I promise you that as soon as I hear the Bible and I see the Bible, I understand where to go. I see my direction all the time. I make sure every single day I'm just focusing on my direction. I'm focusing on something greater than I. I'm focusing on giving you some content today. I'm focusing on just a better life. I focus on something greater. I focus on how I can develop. I realize that once I develop and do something that's really amazing, I show for it. I show you something amazing. I show you something that's really worth it. promise you that's the way to go. I promise you the best way is now. And those people who do now are always going to be free. I promise you they're always free people. I promise you they're the ones who are doing something amazing. You have to do something amazing. You have to teach yourself on camera again and again and again how to speak on camera and how to do everything. I promise you other people are not there for you. I promise you they're there for what you give them. I promise you that there was a quote that said that people do not care about you unless they understand or see how much you care about them. I promise you that I'm just giving you information because I'm here to grow. I promise you now we're both on a journey. I promise you if I don't give you free content or something positive to take away, or a skill assets column, or something where you can boost your finances or life skills or time management skills or confidence or self-esteem or whatever you call health these days, because I still have health. I need you to understand that if I don't give you health techniques and anything to do with mindset and psychology, I promise you that I'd be lacking. I'm not lacking ever. I'm never lacking, so I've always got some content to give you. I've always got something from my life experience that I can give you in a different way. I've always got a different way to say something. I promise you I can make one story and I can elaborate on that story 50 million times and more. I can give you a different aspect of life and a different aspect of life and a new teaching within that aspect. And I can combine other areas of life to match a better way. And what is the better way? I realize the better way is new and it's different. And it's different from how you said it before. And it's going to be a different video this time. And it's going to be a different video. And you're going to make a new music track this time. And you're going to walk a new way home today. I promise you, when you're walking home, you're not walking to your accommodation. You have to realize you're going inside. I promise you, inside. You're going inside for the knowledge. I promise you, home is inside. You forget the outside world. Forget the outside world. I promise you, this outside of me, I don't care about the outside world. I care about inside. I care about my spirituality inside. I care about growing. I care about doing I in a much better fashion. I promise you, when I go and elaborate on something and I give you content for free, I promise you I'm just elaborating on how I can grow. I'm teaching myself how to grow within this video. I realize that this is my training on how I grow. I promise you, you have to take some key skills from this video and show yourself how to do it also. You also have to get on video and show yourself some grid lines in your videos so that you can be in the middle of the camera, because I have some grid lines going on over here. You have to understand that it's helpful to make a video that is consistent every single day. And you make consistent videos every single day and you just show for it every single day. You show up and you give your content for free. And if people unfollow you, I mean, who cares about them? I mean, you're here to give some content. You're here to do something that's really going to be remarkable. I mean, you're here to stand the test of time. I mean, it's not about how many people can follow you today. I promise you that people follow anybody online. I never follow anybody online. I just go where Jesus is. I just follow Jesus today. I promise you, many other people will follow anybody. I mean, they follow a porn star. I mean, because she had sex with many guys. I mean, that's the reason. You have to understand that it's not about that anymore. I promise you, it's about, let's follow leaders and somebody who can really teach you something, because those people who are following people who cannot teach you anything are stupid. You don't follow the crowd. I follow one divine individual in my Instagram right now. I just follow Jesus Christ. I have 655 followers and I have one following. I just follow Jesus. I show everybody I follow Jesus. I follow one page that says Jesus Christ. You have to understand, I do it on TikTok too. Although I understand that when I have inspiration, I just give some content now. As fast as possible. I don't care if it's 1 minute or not. I need to get my content out there. I need to develop faster. I don't care how many followers I have in my life. I understand that Jesus had 12 followers. I have 655. I have more than Jesus in followers. I promise you, although, that it's more that you have to reciprocate a better way. You have to understand. And to reciprocate a better way is to understand a better way. And it's to see a better way. And it's not to know anything. You never know life. You never know what you're going to do in life. You never know your plans. You never know who someone is. You never know what somebody is. You never know your name either. I promise you, if I went to a seminar and I said, how many of you understand your name and know your name? And please raise your hands. I promise you, 99% of that room would raise their hands. I promise you, they know their names. I mean, how can you know your name in life? You were given a name. I mean, how can you know your name? You have to understand that we have no names in life. We make them up. I mean, how can you know something in life? You can know nothing. You know nothing in life. You don't know what I'm saying in life. You don't know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know my name anymore. Actually, that's a positive statement. You're not supposed to know your name. Jesus' name is something different. Everybody's name is something different. That whatever this world is something different from what we believe. You don't know the meanings of life. You don't know anything. I don't know anything. If you say you know something, you've already lost. You don't know anything about this life. I mean, stop lying to yourself. I don't know how I construct my sentences, and that's why I grow. I don't know my name. I promise you, that's why I know thyself more. I don't know who I am, and that's why I grow. I don't know thyself. I know thyself more. I go for more of something. I just go to learn something that's going to help me. I learn what's going to help me faster. I'll go do something that's going to help me faster in life. I'll go make sure that my communication is in a better way. My communication and the words I speak must be precise, and it must be punctual, and it must be grammatically much better. I don't care about being correct. I'm not correct. I'm not a correct type of individual. I'm not a stupid idiot either. I'm something greater than who I am. I'm greater than what you say I am. If you say and label me as something, I'm greater than that. I'm greater than this whole world. And that's how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be greater than this world. We're supposed to be confident that we are greater than this world. We're supposed to be something much greater. And we're never supposed to be. We are greater. That's the difference. You never should be. You just be. You never should anything. You never could go. You just go. You never could go. You just go. You must go. You must improve. I promise you, when I must do something, I must have it. And I'll do whatever it takes. I mean, to wish, if you say I wish, you say I need this though. I need this today. I may wish for a car. I promise you, although I don't need it. Do you understand me? You may wish for many things. Although, what do you need today to live? I promise you, those are your real wishes. Your ultimate wish must be for you to be better than yesterday. And just do that every single day. And forget the outside world and how many people are following you and how many people are on your side. Who cares about them? I'm here to develop myself now. I don't care about them. I cried earlier today about how many people follow me. I don't care about them anymore. I promise you that it would have killed me if I was intoxicated. I promise you, if I was intoxicated and on the drugs, I promise you that would have affected me. I promise you it would have affected me to the point I would have killed myself. I promise you, although, that because I gave 300 hours of content and more of wisdom for free, and I give them money to see me, I promise you that because I have more experience and I'm better than yesterday, I can see that no matter how much I cry for that, in terms of how many people follow me and all that sorrow, I found joy. I found joy within me to say, these guys are idiots. They're idiots. And that's my confidence, because I'll never kill myself because I have all this wisdom I gave them for free. I'm so confident that I can cry so much about how much I've given you, and you may disappoint me so much, although I'll never kill myself because I'm so confident. Where is that confidence coming from? It's the wisdom I gave you already. You may watch this video. You may watch this video. You may be saying, you, Danny, you may be saying, you, Danny, are a nice, beautiful communicator, although I still have to watch your other videos. I mean, I've given 300 hours already. I mean, every single step of the way, I learned something. I learned something. I learned something. I know nothing, though. I see more about how I speak. I see more about how I am and what I do. I'm just here to develop my communication skills. And that's the whole point. I promise you, I always come back to the basics. And the basics is, and states, that you must improve your communication skills. Every single day, of every single second, of every single minute, of every single moment. You must improve the way you talk, and the way you dress, and the way you are, and your habits. I look for ways to do that every single time, and I have my new Netflix channel right now. I have my Netflix channel. I've got my mentors. They're my family. My mentors are my family. I've got many mentors. I go to them for help. I'm a student of life. My biggest family is Jesus. Jesus will defend you when everybody else is against you. That's a God. That's something remarkable. Even when you're guilty, Jesus will say, let them be, or let you be. Even if you're guilty, Jesus will say, let him be, or let her be. I understand this child. I understand where they're coming from. That's a God who defends you and who loves you when you not know. I still don't know. Although that's the miracle about it. The miracle is that we don't know. I promise you, if God was killed because people knew to kill him, I promise you that if we had to go that way, I promise you that there would be no God in life. I promise you that because we don't know, we are saved. I promise you, if we knew and we killed God, I promise you we'll never be saved. I mean, do you understand me? I promise you, because we don't know, we still continue. I promise you, that's the miracle of life. That we are saved. And Jesus came here to give the good news. And to say, you are eternal life. And you will see me in the afterworld. Understand? And you can see that Jesus was raised where his tomb was. And the day after, in terms of 3 days later, after Jesus died, I promise you, Jesus rose up from dead and showed himself in front of people. I promise you, still will last the test of time. You have to understand that when Jesus stopped the storm, the disciples wrote everything. You have to understand, the book of life is here, and the first teacher ever is Jesus Christ. That's our only teacher, and that's where the book of life is. Is everything you ever see is the book of life. I mean, the best thing you can do today is go and teach something. Because you're not teaching other people, you're teaching yourself how to live life. You're teaching yourself to unlock a new channel within you and a new gift within you. Because each and every single video I do, especially this video now and today, I unlocked a new gift today. I unlocked a new gift. And the gift is that I see more on how to talk and how to preach and how to be and how to teach you and how to be more authentic and how to do everything much greater. I'm always doing something greater than I. I'm always making sure that what I do today is going to be much more beneficial. I promise you, I give my heart and soul so that everybody can be much greater. I give for free. I don't pitch you for nothing. I don't pitch you for money. I give you for free everything I have. I promise you, that's what a God is. I promise you, God gives you everything for free. You have to be more like God. I promise you, Jesus gave you heart. I promise you, Jesus gave you everything. You have to understand that you also have to do the same as Jesus Christ. You don't start pitching people because some other billionaire is doing it. I mean, pitching, you don't ask for money from other people. You just give them content and you already have the money. You have the money when you give the content. You give them some words. You give them some courage. You give them some compassion. You give them some kindness and words that's going to help them. That is all the money in the world. That's what you're asking for. You're not asking for others to give you $1 or $100,000 so that you can make $50,000 a year. That's not the case. That's a scam. You never ask the outside world for anything. You ask it from yourself. You never ask them to give you anything. You never ask people to give you anything in life. You just give it to yourself. You understand? You give yourself everything. You don't ask her for love. You just go give her love. That's the way. I mean, what you ask for is what you do. So when you're asking for something, you're going to do it now. I don't expect you guys to do anything for me. I just come and give you. I give you everything already. I expect myself to grow. I ask myself to grow. So here I am. I'm growing. And that's the foundational aspect of a life coach. That's somebody who grows. I am currently 28 in 1. I say that because when I'm 28 in 1, I become number 1. I simplified 28 in 1. I promise you, if you're just 28, you always remain 28 in your life. I say 28 in 1. I'm 28 in 1 because I remain number 1. You get me? Promise you, my year, I'm born now. Promise you, I'm always reborn. I'm reborn every single day. I'm making sure that what I do today is going to help me prosper and succeed because there's no cheating. Promise you, there's no cheating to success. Promise you, there's nothing to cheat about anymore. Promise you, it's really grow or nothing. You have to grow. You have to grow. You have to grow. You have to motivate yourself to grow. You have to be in front of the camera. You have to give content for free. Promise you, now more than ever. Because now, in 2020, I don't know what year you're watching me in, because now it's the information age, and that means it's the internet age. And it's been 30 years since the internet's been around. It's been 30 years since the internet's been around, and since this phone's been around, and all the technology and phones. 30 years. I'm in the millennial stage. I was born in 1992, which is this moment. You understand me? And guess what? From that point on, the internet came around, and Facebook, and social media, and Snapchat, and TikTok, and all these media profiles online because the internet came alive. And now, those people from the past are really so slow to get on the internet. They're so slow because the internet just arrived, and they don't understand what they're doing. I don't even know what I'm doing, although I see what I'm doing. I see it. So I'm one of those early stars who's capturing the moment and becoming strong into the internet age, because in the next 10 years, in the next 50 years, in the next 1,000 years, I promise the internet will be around. And you guys will see me, because MP3 and MP4 will still be around. I promise you, nothing's deleted once it's made. I promise you, from that point on, you understand why I capitalized on the internet early, while everybody else from the past, from who I grew up with, never even makes a 1-hour video to coach you anything, because they've got no business to give you. I promise you, their business is electrician. I promise you, they're an electrician. I promise you, they're a carpenter. I promise you, they love to build tables. I promise you, although my grandfather, in terms of my biological dad's side, is a carpenter. I promise you, Jesus is a carpenter. I promise you, that's different. I promise you, that's different. I promise you, that's before the internet age. Do you understand me? That's different. Now, if you're a carpenter now, while you have the internet age, and you're an electrician, I promise you, if you're an electrician after the internet age, you've lost. You've completely annihilated yourself. You have to understand that it's not about 9 to 5 work anymore, and it's about online work now. And we're working online, and it's a laptop lifestyle now. And we're going around the world now, and we're traveling now, and we're doing video content, and we're posting up on media in terms of online and on social media, and we're going to give some content for free, because that way we're going to boost our life, and we're going to have more attention and followers. Because back then, the only people following you are the people who watch you on TV, because back then it was TV and it was radio, and if you made the radio and TV, you were popular. Now, the TV is always allowed. The TV is always up there in terms of the internet, and it's always alive. You make your own. You make your own YouTube channel. You got your own TV right now. You're your own star already. How fast the internet age and this technology is progressing right now is amazing. I promise you now that the whole point of life is to succeed and to make sure that you prosper. Prosper your communication skills. You need to understand that I'm serious. I'm serious about my work. I'm serious about what I do. I may be 28, although I'm number one. And guess what? Because I'm number one, I grow. I make sure that what I do today is going to help you. I have many life skills. You have to go and watch it. Although I speed read everything. I watch all my videos first, in terms of just the body language of the video. And then I look at the nice, beautiful tonalities of the video. And then I read in what the author said in the video. Although I really do it fast. I do it effectively. I make sure I never waste time. I'm making sure I'm never wasting time. I'm always growing in my foundation. I'm making sure that when I can talk. I can walk my talk. I can always think in a better way. That's this moment. I never think out of the blue. I just think in a moment. I say what I mean. I do what I mean. I do what I say. I'm a man of my word. I do what I say. And when I fail, I will say I failed on this day. I promise you, if I watch pornography today, I'll say in a journal, I'll say I watched pornography today and I failed because of this reason. I'll say it and I'll be exposed. I'll be exposed totally. And there's nothing for me to be in secretive in terms of secrecy in life. I never need to be in secrecy and secretive mannerisms in life. I promise you, the only detail of your life must be that you go and do more videos. I'm happier doing longer videos than shorter ones. I promise you. Although it's equal. I promise you, it's equal in nature. I promise you, when I'm doing videos that help me to teach something really fast, I can do a long video and capiche. You understand? I can do a long video, I can do anything much better. I understand that when I do something much better, I'm really just foundational in what I say, and I'm doing it differently. I'm saying it differently. I'm coaching in a different way. I'm showing you something different that I've never shown anybody else. I'm showing you something exclusive and something from my lifestyle that nobody else has taught you. Roshi, that's unique. Roshi, you have to be unique. Roshi, now, since the world outside of me is not following me, I don't need them to follow me. I'll post my content online. I've got YouTube, I've got social media. And guess what? I promise you now with the hashtags, I promise you I don't even do the hashtags anymore. I don't even need to do hashtags anymore because guess what? I realized that it's much more important for me to do this video content than to hashtag around. By the time I hashtag my videos, 30 minutes of my life has passed. Hello? 30 minutes of my life for hashtagging? Get lost. I don't care about hashtags. I care about content. I care about giving you content. Because in 30 minutes I can teach you something. And then post it online. And one title of my video is my hashtag on YouTube. That's my hashtag. And that's how it's all going to, I promise you, that's how it's going to be always. I promise you, if TikTok doesn't work now because of hashtags, I say, get lost. I'll remove the whole social media. I promise you, I go testing social media. I say, these people, in terms of just yesterday, I realized Snapchat, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I realized I can delete people and then add new people. By the time I delete 100 people from Facebook, 1 hour of my life has gone. By the time I go to Snapchat and delete another 50 people, 2 hours of my life has gone. By the time I go to LinkedIn and add another 1,000 people and then delete 500 people, another block of time has gone. Because when you have the old crowd only, and you're only promoting to the same crowd, it becomes a waste of time. Because they already think they know you, and that's why they never promote you. And you may have a fan here and there from the 50,000 people that you already met. Probably 5 of them are real fans of yours. I promise you, everybody else will never promote you. I promise you, that's why I had the idea to go and delete 500 people from this and that, and add some new people to get some new fans. Although it's a waste of time. I'd rather do this content and forget them altogether. I mean, do you understand? I have YouTube right now. I have TikTok. I have Instagram, and it's going to stay that way. Although TikTok is another one where I do get some likes, and I also get some unfollows or whatever, and I get some followers. Although it's really that the hashtagging is such a shit process because it wastes your time. It's a big waste of time. I'd rather do my music than do hashtagging. I'd rather make something than do hashtagging. Hashtagging doesn't teach anything. I mean, what do you learn from hashtagging, people? I mean, when you're hashtagging, you may write blue, southern, comfort, now, this time. I mean, you're just writing random words that nobody else has written. You're just writing random words that nobody else has written so that you can have a hashtag that's totally unique that somebody else never posted, so that you can go into a browser in the internet so that you can just stand there, and when somebody may see you, may come into your profile, because I'm not negative, and may follow you and may like you and may share you around. There's no signal to say that they will. That's what hashtagging is. It doesn't teach you anything. I stay away from it totally. So now, since I stay away from hashtagging online, and I stay away from connecting my videos. So for example, with YouTube, I realized that I have over 300 videos online inside YouTube. And I put everything from my Mega Drive into YouTube. It took me 2 weeks to upload everything. I then had to connect the videos. And then it said to me that if I connect the videos, I must take my videos off for the kids. And I must never promote to the kids then. I promise you, I said, get lost. Because guess what? I say my content is for everybody. So that means 300 hours of video content and 300 videos will never be connected together. Because in YouTube right now in 2020, what you can do is, 10 seconds before the video finishes, these pop-ups come into your video and say subscribe, and this is my playlist, and this is my previous video, and this one here is my this video over here is my first best one that's most viewed. To connect 300 videos like that. And I said, screw that, because I have content for the kids. I have to promote them too, and I have to show them all my content. So if I show the kids my content, I promise you they say that they don't allow me to do this. So I said, get lost. And that way I now don't have to connect my videos together because I'm promoting to the kids. And it helps me so much more to not do it in the future, because I have something else to do that's much better. And then I have 300 videos that I still have to hashtag, although guess what? I never have to hashtag it anymore. So I made some time there, and that's already 1 week of my time. You understand? I made 1 week of my time there, and literally. And also, I now find better ways. I realize that now I don't have to delete people from social media to add new ones. I realize I don't have to do that anymore. And TikTok's another one that I may delete because of the hashtagging process. And I've been posting some videos online, and they get 4 or 5 views, and there's not much going on. So I realized that I may stick to just YouTube and Instagram for now. I realized that I have Snapchat. I can upload quickly 100 photos, and it's no problem to upload my photos to get extra views there, although I do get over 30 views a day in Snapchat. And it's just, I post consistent photos of what goes into my Instagram stories. I realized that my Instagram and my YouTube are my main accounts, and I realized that's all I ever need. And now I do promote my Instagram with money, and I do give money. And now I understand that I can do it for free. I can do it for free. I don't have to give them money. I don't have to give you money so you can see me. I can do it for free. And understand that this woman shines her ass and gets 80,000 followers a year for free. I give $600 and I get 600 followers. That's the difference between a man and woman these days. You understand? And anyway, you have to understand that either way, I give money, and I get supported for that. I get supported because whatever I give, I shall receive. Whatever I give in money, I will receive 10 times more. I promise you. So I'm not ashamed to give money to promote myself. I give money all the way to promote myself via advertising online. And now it gives me the upper hand to keep doing it for now. And once my account gets going online and I have more followers, although I don't count on them to follow me, I just keep giving knowledge and knowledge and knowledge and wisdom. And eventually I'm just so smart that I just go and create these massive seminars around town. And I say, here is my 5,000 hours of videos in YouTube, and just you guys can just go watch now. And that's it. I mean, I just made my seminar to say that. I mean, do you understand? And on the day I code something, of course. And guess what? I promise you it's worth it. I promise you it's worth it. Because I gave the money for it. I showed up. I have content to give you. And I've got a business. I promise you, my business is made from just giving you nice, beautiful skills every single day. That's going to help you grow. I promise you every single day, I've got something to talk about. I've got something more to give you. I've got something more to say. So be that kind of individual who can always do that. You have to understand that to always muster something to say is a beautiful skill to have. You need more of that in your life. You need more abilities in your life so that you can understand prosperity and be conscious of what you're saying every single time. And just coach yourself on video what to say each and every segment of the video and each and every single second of the video. You have to elaborate on each and every single word you give and go and have a journal. I have a journal. I have my phone, and I used to watch Pokemon. You have to understand, I watched pornography before, although we're talking about Pokemon now. You have to understand that in Pokemon, there's a thing called Pokedex, and it's a Pokedex like a phone. And in the Pokemon film, you have a Pokedex so that you can go and search up the Pokemon and what kind of Pokemon it is. Although the phone is like a Pokedex, and you can go on Google and you can search up any question that you ever need answered, and you can find an answer. Now, it's a similar effect. So how does my Pokedex help me? What it does is it has a journal inside. And a journal, in terms of the note system, I've got a notes pad, and I just type away. I just type and type and type and type. And you can go and see, for example, my journals. I write every single day a journal and more. I write a journal every single day, and I'm always typing something, because what I'm doing is I'm working on my communication skills every single second of the day. I promise you that if I have to do music, I need my journal. I need my journal to make music, because there's so much going on inside the softwares of music and so much to press on and all these functions that if you don't have a journal to plan your way through it, promise you, you'll be lost and you'll be doing everything in your head. So I never do anything in my head anymore. I promise you, I listen to Jim Rohn and I write it down. I write everything down into an electronic phone. I write everything down into an electronic phone, because AN. You have to understand the grammatical errors in life. You understand that when you make an error, you correct yourself in a better way, and you make sure that you're doing something better. So write everything down. You have ideas. You put it down into paper. You pull a PDF file. You post it online. You share it around for free. You understand? So I do that every single day. And that way you guys can catch up every single day on my journals. And now, over the next 72 years, I promise you, one journal is coming up every single day. And it's for free. And you can check out my day and how my day is going every single day. So all you do is, since you're on YouTube right now, you guys are checking me out on YouTube or in my Mega Drive. So you guys can go into my Mega Drive or into my Instagram down below in the link of the YouTube account, or in my description, you got a link, and click it and then go into my Instagram. Or if you're in my Mega Drive, you go and check it out in terms of my journals, in terms of my I realize I have a writing folder, and you go check it out there. Or you can click on my bio link inside my Instagram and then go and check my links and what I have, and then go into my Mega Drive and check it out, because all my writing, in terms of my quotes and my writing materials that I actually write on, in terms of my phone, because I have a quote creator here, and I just type a quote here and there and I post it online. I've got over 28,000 quotes. I mean, it's a life coach on wheels. I've got 28,000 thoughts and ideas I can give you right now for free. and you just have to go and download it, and you just have to go and read it yourself. It's that simple, and it's the only way. You have to read it. You have to indulge in information. You have to be a word freak. You have to love information. You have to be a researcher in life. You have to really be interested about information and what people are saying. You have to be interested in life. I promise you, that's the only way that you're going to succeed. So do whatever you can today to go and do that every single day. You have to always do something differently. You have to say something differently. You have to coach people in a different manner than you've done before. You understand that it's just about mindset. You have to coach yourself every single day to make sure that you're prospering. You be abundant today. You have to be fast in your life. You have to be faster. You have to understand that life is now. And the more content you give, I promise you, the better you look. I promise you, the better you are. I promise you, you're not dying when you're giving content. You're growing. I'm growing from this video. I'm growing each and every single step of the way. I promise you, my communication skills have totally elevated forward, because since 2 years ago, and how I started 2 years ago, I only started last year. I started last year to do my content. I promise you, it's 2020 now. I promise you now, since I started 1 year and 3 months ago, you'll understand that my communication skills have skyrocketed. And then from that point, you have to understand I started on 1 minute videos. I started to make 1 minute videos. I make 1 minute videos today, although now it's different because I've elaborated more in hourly rates. I've done more content. I've done over 300 hours of speaking via video. I've done 49 hours of video content in front of a public. You have to understand, I've done 49 hours in front of a public already. I just go and do a street performance. I'll go get my nice beautiful microphone. You guys can check out my YouTube channel, and you can check out my busking playlist. And I go and busk for free. And I go get my speaker, and I've got my speaker here too, although it's Adelaide right now, and I can go and do it on the street. Although there's no point in doing it in Adelaide because I've got my video, I've got my nice online gig, and I just do it online now. I do it online, and unless I'm in Melbourne, I may go and do it. I just do busking in Melbourne now. I don't do it anywhere else, because in Melbourne is a nice, beautiful, big opportunity for me to do so, and I will eventually go to Melbourne, and I'll do some public speaking on the street, because it's going to boost my confidence, and it's going to help me to grow. And I understand that people are just going to go left and right, and some people may say hi, and some people will say nothing. I don't care, because I do care. I do care, although I don't care about them. I care about growing everybody. I mean, when I grow everybody, I care about myself the most in that picture. So I came there to grow I. And those people who need to get grown are the ones who are going to listen to me and sit on the couch or whatever and turn on my videos and listen to what I have to say. I promise you, it's really that simple. I promise you, it's really that simple that you understand that I have to grow. I have to be serious about my work. I have to be serious in a way that I grow in a different way. I have to grow in a different way. I have to change my approach, as Tony Robbins says. And now Tony Robbins is somebody who made me cry twice. I cried twice when I watched his videos, because I was a smoker before and I was a drug addict. And when I realized, and when I was watching his videos, he would say something and I just go to tears. And it did motivate me to quit smoking and everything. So congratulations, Tony Robbins. You've made me very inspired to quit smoking. I promise you, although, that I quit on my own. And I went through all this drama. I went through caffeine addiction. I went through drug addiction. I went through cigarette addiction. I went through meat addiction. I was eating meat before. I'm a vegan now. I'm a vegan for 22 months now. I realized now that approaching 2 months into December for Christmas in 2020, I'll be 2 years vegan. So it's a beautiful achievement to be 2 years vegan. And it's going to be my first time ever. So I'm always doing something that's going to be new. I'm always doing something that's really new for me to do. I just recently, before this video, I was crying. I was on the bed crying like a baby. And it's not even that I was crying. I was just in my wisdom, and I was saying why these people don't even follow me. And I don't even care about them anymore. Because what's important is how I'm growing today. I need to grow. I need to develop myself. I need to have that nice, beautiful attitude going every single day and improve upon it all the time. I promise you, my English was not like this 5 years ago. I promise you, I was nowhere close to this English. I promise you, I had to improve my English skills. I had to go and find the synonyms of each and every single word. And then when a word comes up that I don't know, I go and search it up right away. I mean, I use the 5-second rule, as Mel Robbins' book says, and you have 5 seconds to make a decision, to go and take action upon it or not. I use the 5-second rule to say, I have 5 seconds to make a decision, so I must go and do it now. I promise you that you must be inspired to do more action. So use the 5-second rule. You have to understand that when you have the 5-second rule in your life, you will have 5 seconds to make a decision, to decide, to take action. Because if it goes past the 5 seconds, you never will. In a sense, so realize that I'm every single day improving my life. I'm always confident. I'm always making sure that what I do is going to inspire somebody. So when I'm inspired, I'm doing better. I'm always inspiring myself in the best way. I am always aspiring to inspire myself. I'm always inspired. I'm always inspiring all the time because I'm always waking up inspired. You always have to do that every single day. You have to wake up and understand that you have no 9-to-5 job anymore. Oh shit, it's that simple. You have no 9-to-5 job. You have the whole day to go online and to do coaching videos and to go and do something like Netflix, where you can watch and learn something from Netflix, which is a beautiful video program and has all these rental movies that you can watch for free. And it's just, you subscribe for $10 a month, and you never subscribe for $10 a month, you give $10 a month. Of course, there's a difference. You never do it for the money, you give the money. You never subscribe for $10 a month, you give $10 a month to subscribe so that you can become better. I never give for money, I give for something greater. I realize that when I'm giving, I never do it for anything other than this world, other than Jesus Christ. I realize that you're never doing it for the money. You never work for the money. I never need you to work for money. I promise you, Robert Kiyosaki says, work for the experience. I promise you, experience is more than academic education, which you see today, which is these college funds and hedge funds. They give you money and support so that you can go to college, so that you can learn something for 5-6 years, so that you can be in debt for $100,000, so that you have to go and repay it. Of you never do it for the money anyway. Although, once you finish your master's degree, I mean, guess what's waiting for you? I mean, it's really the 9-to-5 job. I mean, I go away from the 9-to-5 job and I go create my own opportunity. And what is my own opportunity? I realize it's just me coaching me to do better. That's the biggest opportunity I have. And how do I do that? I go and learn from mentors. I go grab mentors from YouTube, I listen to them, I emulate them, and then I go and coach other people based on habits and skills and attributes and mindset and leadership and personal development and how they can grow and manage their time and how can they sell along the way and how can they make money and finances and boost their career and look better and become vegan and lose weight and eat better. I promise you that has nothing to do with 9-to-5 job. I go and do life coaching now. I'll go and make millions of life coaches. Because those people who play tennis and lift up a trophy, you understand? I lift up people. I lift people up. I don't lift trophies up. You understand? I don't do it for the trophy. I promise you, my celebration is not a trophy. I promise you, my celebration is people. I promise you that when people are working for that trophy, to lift the trophy up, I'm working to boost people up. I do something much greater. I'm always making sure that what I do is going to be scheduling much better. I have to schedule something. I have to organize myself in a better way. I have to look better. I have to feel better. I have to understand my communication skills. I have to understand that I have to work for something greater. I have to work to become all I can be. I have to give my heart's desires in a way that I become open with them. I become open for everything that I am. I become open for how I'm living my life, and I'm not a killer. I'm not a psychotic person. I'm a melancholy type of individual in a way that melancholy, and that means I'm in retrospect of vibrancy and sophistication, to understand I'm a sophisticated investor, as Robert Kiyosaki says. I'm a sophisticated business person in divine nature. I'm always looking to use my words in a way that is vocabulary intriguing. I use vocabulary, I use smarts to go and give it. I give smarts. I give you common sense. I'm a common sense worker. I give you something nice and beautiful for your kindness. I give you free love. I give you free accommodation in terms of my wisdom. I give you wisdom, and that's everything you ever need. I promise you, I have homeless people coming up to me on the street, and I just go give them a business card. And when I give them a business card, I say, your $1 that I may give you will not solve your thirst in life, and it will not solve your problems. Although I have 400 hours of video content online that you can go and educate yourself with, and it's much more than $1 that you're asking for. I promise you, they take the business card and they go. That's one way that you can sell a homeless person to never give them money, but give them more in the process. Now, if you're always giving wisdom, you will be provided for. You will give yourself everything you ever need when you're giving wisdom. You just have to give more wisdom and more wisdom and more wisdom daily. I just need you to do that every single day. I need you to wake up every single day and do 3 hours of content. Do 3 hours of content every single day in video. I promise you that you will change your life around. I promise you, if you cannot do it, you can do it. You can start off with 1-minute videos. You start off with 1-minute videos and you create as much as you can, and you will build up the confidence to do so. I started like that. I started with 1-minute videos. I then went to 10-minute videos. I went to 15-minute videos. I went to 20-minute videos. I went to 1-hour videos. I then went 1 hour a day. I was doing 1 hour a day with videos, and I was so happy. And I'm still happier than ever before. You have to understand. Then I changed and I went to 3-hour videos a day. I although had to skip, and I had to make sure that I went from 1 hour to 2 hours a day in videos, and then I went from 2 hours to 3 hours a day. And then I leveled up, and I went from 3 hours a day indoors in videos to 3 hours on the streets in front of people. Actually, that's the next level. You then level it up. You then do 4 hours on the street. You do 5 hours on the street. You do 6 hours on the street. It's a leveling up game. And you have to level yourself. And you have to be very disciplined to be able to do it. You have to understand that finances come easily to those who give wisdom. I say Danny Milivojevic. You have to understand that you need to always, always, always inspire yourself to grow. And it's really now that you have all the time in the world now to do it. You need to do it now. You have to understand that now is the best time. Stop wasting time. I may be 28. I'm 28 in 1. You have to understand that my age doesn't ever, ever grow old. I promise you, I'm now. I'm living now. I promise you, my age is now. I promise you, I'm growing younger over time. I'm planning to live over 100 years of age. I'm never old. I'm always young. I'm always looking young. I'm looking much greater than yesterday. You can see my skin. I'm my best version. I'm my best version, so I have nothing to worry about. I promise you, every single time I post a photo up on the internet, I look much greater. I make sure my teeth are nice and healthy. I understand I have crooked teeth, although when I was growing up, my biological dad was tying up knots on my teeth and then slamming the door. And then that would rip off my teeth or rip off my tooth, and then would make a crooked tooth from that. You understand? So that is why you see me having these crooked teeth, because my biological dad tied up knots in my teeth and then slammed the door because he could not afford a dentist. Do you understand? And I've got no shame for it. I had a broken nose for 19 years. I fixed my nose. I finally fixed my nose, and I got it for free. I done it for free. Although I had to wait 1 year to fix my nose because I was on a waiting list, because I could not afford $5,000 to fix my phone in terms of my nose. I could not afford before to fix my nose for $5,000. Although I never do it for money, I just could not afford to give $5,000 to fix my nose. So I waited for 1 year. And now my nose is beautiful, and I can breathe. I'm pretty sure it's the best aspect of my life. I can breathe fully because I was a smoker before for 6 years. And that killed me. I understand when I smoked, I was having a disaster of a life. And cigarettes is nothing attractive, guys. Honestly, it's nothing attractive to live with a smoker either. Honestly, they're always smoking in the house and smoking around you and killing you and making you cough. You have to understand me. Honestly, caffeine is nothing attractive either. Honestly, it ruins your teeth and has too much sugar, and there's Red Bull and all that is fake energy, and coffee is going to make your teeth yellow. You have to understand that you have to live with coffee and you have to wake up drinking coffee, because when you go to sleep and when you wake up, you feel you need coffee to live, and you may drink coffee at 9 o'clock in the night and then you cannot sleep. I promise you, if you drink coffee at 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night, for example, you have to then go to sleep at 5 a.m. because you're too awake and buzzed up. Actually, caffeine is a deadly addiction. Actually, that means I don't even drink cacao powder. Cacao powder, which is that cocoa chocolate. I don't even do that, because guess what? It also involves milk and dairy milk and all of that. So it's got nothing to do with veganism. So I remove it from my life. And to understand that I go and take care of my health in the best kind of manner, and in a manner that's going to help me grow. I do it that way. I make sure that when I invest hours into my videos, I make sure to just keep going for as long as I love to go and do the video. So, for example, this video, I don't know how long it's going to be, although guess what? I'm just motivated to get going into my life. So I still have to go and do my other aspects of life, because I understand that many people are going to grow up with families around them and with kids around them, because they had kids before they even started life coaching, and because they had kids before they even started to make a legacy for themselves. And that's going to drag them down. I promise you, if you're somebody who has a family who is with you, I promise you they're dragging you down more than ever. I promise you that I'm fortunate enough, and more than fortunate, to be alone and to have nobody beside me who can drag me down. I have no girlfriend right now because I delay her for the next 5 years. I have no intention of having a girlfriend for the next 5 years. I have no intention of having kids and marriage for the next 5 years. I may be 33 when I have a girlfriend. I'm currently 28 in one. You have to understand me that it's because I'm building my legacy. I'm making a legacy for myself. I'm doing my career. I'm doing something much greater than that. I'm doing something of Jesus' quality right now. And I have everything I ever need. And I don't need a kid in my life. I don't need to have a woman in my life. I have everything right now. I promise you that if I had a woman now, I promise you that I'd have to care for her. I have to go and be attentive to her and her needs. And I have to go and do stuff for her. And I have to forget my life to go for her. I don't care about that. You have to understand that I care about my life more than hers and more than anybody else's life. I just make sure that I include Jesus in my life. I need to understand I'm more literate today than ever before. When I say literate, I'm more able to pronounce my words. I'm more able to communicate. I'm more able to come across easily and more effectively in a way that is more smart. I'm much more smarter than ever. I plan everything on video now, because Tony Robbins does say that video planning is the best planning. And it truly is, because you understand that when you're video planning and you're planning everything on video, and as you go along, you'll understand that you're planning your life ahead of schedule while you're doing your videos. And I promise you, it's a beautiful technique, because you're showing your face in the process. I promise you now that because many people in the world may be going down with their finances, you have to understand that the world is shifting online. And those people who can social media are the new founders of the world. And they're the new business owners. And they're the new influencers. And they're the people who are going to lead the world. I promise you, it's that simple. And it's very early. I'm very early into the game of this. I promise you, I'm that 1% of the world who is in this category. I promise you now, since I am doing this, I'm always more fortunate enough, because I have much more smarts than most people, because I've learned more than most people. And now I don't know nothing. I know nothing. I see more than most people. I see more because I've done more than them. I've done more in information wise. I've given more information. I've coached more people. I have more experience. I've traveled more than them around Australia. I've really invested in myself much more than most people. I'm my best version. Russia, there's only 2 women from the past who are single right now, out of the 5,000 women I've seen in my life, who are better than yesterday. Russia, everybody else, in terms of all the other women, are taken, and most of them are just worse than yesterday. Russia, there are 3 women right now who are taken from the past who are actually better than yesterday, and found men who, in 2 occasions, there's 2 women who are actually better than yesterday, who found the right man who is not the right man, although it's a man that is better than yesterday. And they're actually a perfect couple in terms of they're a power couple. Although there's 1 woman who is taken, and she's gone with a man who's worse than yesterday, and that makes her worse than yesterday too. So never go for somebody who's worse than yesterday when you're better than yesterday, because it doesn't add up. Roshi, if you're going for somebody who's worse than you, and you're degrading yourself for somebody who's worse than you and your habits, you are degrading yourself in the process, because you have to live with somebody who's a smoker when you're not a smoker. Do you understand me? I mean, if you're not a smoker, go and find somebody who's not a smoker, because you're going to live a happier life. And that's what I mean. Roshi, there are 2 girls from the past who are better than yesterday, and they're single, although I never go for them. I never go for them because I missed my chance. And I never did miss my chance, although you understand that I'm secure. I'm very secure, although I never leave Adelaide to go to Sydney for them. You have to understand that if they're around me, I'd go for them. I promise you, because they're not around me, I promise you I never go for them, because they're not interested in the first place. You have to understand, they're not interested in me in the first place. And the second time, in terms of the second place, in terms of now, I have to realize that it's not about chasing them. I don't chase women. I don't chase women because I'm so secure in myself to understand that I don't need them. And because of that, you have to understand that those 2 women are single. Although, guess what? All the other women I met and all the other guys, I'm not gay, I'm not bisexual. I'm pretty sure they're all worse than yesterday. Actually, there's 1 guy who is better than yesterday, and he's actually public speaking at the moment in Herbalife in Liverpool, Sydney, Australia. Although he's one of them who's, let's say, getting up there, and he's better than yesterday too. Actually, he's 1 guy, and out of them, actually, I'm doing better than yesterday. I'm doing better than all of them. I'm doing better than all of them, long term. And even now, I'm vegan too. Actually, none of them are vegan. I'm vegan. I've got the upper hand with energy and with focus and concentration. I've got more development in my skills and coaching degrees. I've coached 300 hours and more online, and they've done nothing to do that. They gave no effort. They were too busy with the crowd and drinking alcohol and having fun while I was coaching people. And now, because of that, I promise you the next 10 years, I promise you it's going to be even tougher for them to do this content. Because what's happening for them in the next 10 years is they have to work a 9-to-5 job, while in the next 5 years, I'll be leaving that scene totally. Because over the next 72 years, I've calculated that I may be in a 9-to-5 job 5 years of my life from that 72 years. So it's a nice, beautiful statistic to understand that I may be working in a 9-to-5 job for the next 72 years, only 5 years of the time, in terms of 72 years. So when you minus 5 from 72, you have 67. 67 years of my life is freedom. 5 years of that may be working the 9-to-5 job and 15 hours minimum work a week. Although you understand that it's never going to happen in my life, because that 5 years is already 0 years, because I've already made it. I've already made no 9-to-5 job in my life, because I promise you there is a demand for a life coach somewhere in life. I promise you somebody's going to be demanding me to come over there and teach their class and them how to do life, because now it's about popularity and getting my attention out there and becoming something much greater than I am, because the way I do it is through communication skills. I have to be smart about it. I have to be smart to test social media. And now the hashtags, I promise you I will never go to it. I'll never do it. I don't care about it. I don't care about hashtags, because hashtags can help you. I promise you, can help you to hashtag 1,000 videos 5 times each and have 5,000 extra gateways in the internet. I promise you, I understand that. Although by the time I hashtag 5,000 times, I wasted 50 hours of my life. I could have done 50 hours of content for that time. I mean, that's even more. I'd rather do that. I'd rather do more content than increase my popularity. I don't care about my popularity when I'm doing Jesus work. I mean, do you get me? You have to understand that I've got no time to hashtag. I've got no time to hashtag anything. So the whole point now is increase my popularity any way I can. Although I understand that I'm just going to keep consistent online and keep developing. And that's the whole point, because I have my Netflix, I have my nice YouTube channel now, because I really plan to never go on YouTube before, because I plan to just do Instagram and have one social media profile where people can find me, and that's it. I promise you that never worked out. And the reason is that I decided to go on YouTube. And because I decided to go on YouTube, I realized it's because I realized that one, social media was going very slow. And I just went to YouTube to understand that it's better to expand my social media and to go on YouTube and try it out. And since I uploaded all my videos online into YouTube, I found that I can now actually view each of my videos and see how they rate online and who's watching them and how are people watching my videos. And I have extra statistics around my videos now. I realized that I have statistics inside my Instagram and also my YouTube account. I promise you that TikTok doesn't have any type of statistics in it, other than how many views are watching your video inside the profile. So you may have 12 videos and they may be shining in your profile and moving along the way, although it may say 400 people watch this video and 200 people watch this video and whatever. Promise you, that's the only statistics you'll get there. Although I understand that TikTok is a nice, beautiful social media where I can prosper, I although don't need it. I don't need it. I can go YouTube and I can do Instagram. I promise you, although, that I don't care about my popularity. I care about growth. I care about growing. And as long as I grow, I promise you I'll make a way. I promise you I can grow, baby. I can grow. I can grow really fast. And if you're watching this video and you're watching how I speak in this nice, beautiful tonality and my video and how I've really done until now, you understand that I can make it much better. I can do so much better than this. I promise you, I'm just getting started. I promise you, this is just the beginning of my life. I promise you, I'm 28 in 1. Although guess what? Every single time I'm number 1, I'm always doing better than yesterday. I'm always doing better. So every single time I look at a person, I say, is that guy number 1 or number 2? I realize that if they're number 2, I realize that they're worse than yesterday. So I get away from them as soon as possible. I promise you, if they're number 1, I promise you it means that they can teach me something in some area of life. I promise you, because they're better than yesterday. You have to understand that if somebody's number 1, I promise you they can teach me something in some area of life. So I always label even people online. So when I listen to mentors, and mentors of mine invite new people into their podcasts and into their videos, and I label them. I mean, is this guy number 1 or number 2? I realize if they're number 2, I realize I get hasty over here. And hasty is another word for fuzzy and another word for discontinued, in a way that I understand I get wary of that person. I beware of that person. So when I find a number 2 around me, or number 2 people around me, I get away as soon as possible, because I understand they're just dragging me down. I realize that nobody can drag me down unless I allow it, although I get away as soon as possible. I realize if I find number 1 people around me, I may be interested, although I'll still never approach them. I'll still never approach them because I'm secure. I don't need to approach them at all. I although understand that they are much more inspirational than the number 2 people. I never approach anybody else. I never approach the mentors that I grew up watching anymore, because I used to message them and they would just look at my message and would say nothing. First, they may like my message and that's it. I mean, sometimes they'll never watch my message. Sometimes they look at my message. I promise you, now I totally got the gist that they said that they're too busy for me. I promise you, now I'm just too busy for them. I mean, I'm not busy, I'm productive. I'm just too productive to even go around them. I'll never even go to give them money anymore because I can get all the information for free that I ever need. I never need to go get audiobooks. I've got everything I ever need. I've got Netflix. I've got YouTube for free. I've got everything for free in life because I give wisdom. I always have wisdom, and wisdom is born naturally. So when you're always giving wisdom, you'll find more of it. I promise you, one little spectacle of wisdom can make infinite life. I promise you, one little speck of wisdom is all the wisdom in the world. I promise you, that's how big wisdom is. You have to understand that when you're giving wisdom, you're going to do it differently. You're going to do something differently, and in a unique way, you're going to teach yourself how to communicate. I promise you, that's the whole point. So if you're too lazy to even watch this video, you have to understand that you need to be more disciplined. You have to be more disciplined than to listen to me much more. You have to understand that you have to read much more. You have to do much more. You have to be more in life. You have to always figure out a better way. And the better way is making sure that you're learning and growing. You're learning and growing along the way to understand that your words will correlate in a better way when you are sophisticated inside enthusiasm. You have to understand you have to be enthusiastic about what you say, and you have to look into your words. You have to look into your words in a way that you're going to understand every single word that's coming out of your mouth every single day. You have to always make sure that what's coming out of your mouth is going to be something amazing. You have to be amazing. You have to do something amazing. You have to always look at your words and find something to say. I mean, find something within your words to say each and every single time differently. And never say it twice. I mean, say it once and that's it, and just move on, because it's about progressing forward now. I realize that if you're around people who are violent, I realize that you're around people who are going nightlife, because those people are very violent. Russian nightlife people who are living for the nightlife are the ones who are wasting your time. So get away from them. You have to understand that you have to go around people who are positive and who are away from the 9 to 5 job and who are away from the nightlife and nightclubbing and festivals, because that's never going to help you. What helps you is being around entrepreneurs who are away from the nightlife and festivals and nightclubs and toxic people and poison. That's much better. I met a woman who is from last year. She sat inside the hostel and she was just on her own, although she never went clubbing and she never went nightclub and she never went to these festivals and all of that. And it's due to her having something to do with her life. And because of that, I realized that it's much better to do so, because if you're going nightclub and the nightclub in terms of the nightlife, you never have anything to do there. I mean, there's nothing to do there other than get women or get men and go home and have sex with them. That's boring. It's so boring because you wasted 9 hours of your life to have that moment. And you may have missed out on it totally. And you may have got rejected in the process. And you may be walking alone home. I mean, what did you do? I mean, you're around a crowd who doesn't care about you and who appears to care about you when you're dancing with them. Although once you leave and once you're going on your road to success, they're nowhere to be seen. They're nowhere to help you. Now wake up, please, because these people are going to waste your time. And they may appear like they're friendly, but they're not friendly. They're not friendly when they're drinking alcohol. That they're really scared and really confused and really sympathetic in a way that they're egotistical and they're looking for violence at any angle. They're troublemakers. The police lets them be that way. And then they have to go and chase them. Now, that's their fault. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just a stupid educational system where they allow alcohol to be sold in the first place. Because Jesus' system says never do it. You understand? Because Jesus never drank alcohol. I mean, be more appropriate. You have to understand that violence doesn't solve anything. So you have to understand that violence begets violence. And whatever you do will beget whatever you do. So do something better. So you can always prosper something better. So you can always feel something better. So you can always imagine something better. That's what it's about. It's about communication skills and growth. And it's about learning how you're going to succeed. So find the words to say and find something to do every single time and do it in a different way and in a different way and in a different way. You can do it. You can deserve it. You have something in you that can always transpire something greater. You can always transpire to be a greater version of you. You can always do it. You just have to understand it's about communication skills now. So write in your journal as much as you can. I mean, write in a journal. And if you're not writing your thoughts down, and if you're not writing ideas down, you have no business. I promise you that those people who write their goals down are the ones who are writing something down. You have to write it down. You cannot plan everything in your head. You have to write it on paper. You have to write everything down. You have to do it pronto. I mean, pronto is another word for quick. To do it quickly. To do it pronto. You understand? You capiche, which is you understand. You have to understand that when you're something much greater than you are, you're going to find the words to say every single day. You're going to be something much greater. You're going to focus on what you're saying, and you're going to do it differently. And you're going to be unique in the process. You're going to find the words to say because there's always something more to say in your words. I promise you, you just have to transcribe and go into your words. And go and find from that word that you're saying what you can say with that word. And then look for another word and go and transcribe it into a video and audio podcast. You can always find what you need to say. You can always do what you need to do. You can always be how you need to be. You just have to be better. You have to do better. You have to be more. You always have to understand that there is a better way. I mean, there's a better way that you can understand that life is on your side when you're growing. You have to grow. You have to grow. You have to be inspired daily. You have to always understand that what you're doing today is going to be magnificent. You have to be a magnificent person in divine nature to be alive and to be grateful and to be worthy. You have to find a greatness. You have to find greatness in you. I promise you, you have greatness in you right now. You have greatness in you. You just have to understand more of you. You have to grow more of you. You have to find much more of you in life. You have to understand there's always words that you can use, that you can understand that words make up the universe. I mean, words are a metaphor. I mean, words are similes and they're grammatical errors and they're everything. I promise you, although we're not errors, I promise you we're everything in life. I promise you words are everything. I promise you words are everything. So what you say is what you are. You always have to correct yourself better. You have to find the words to say even when you don't feel like it. You have to grow even when you don't feel like it. I mean, growth is a 24/7 hour journey. You understand? You have to grow all the time. You have to understand that growth is your business. And those people who grow today are the ones who are most prosperous. Probably they're the ones who are most successful. Probably they're the ones who are most disciplined. Probably they're the ones who are leading the most. Probably they're the ones who are much more empathetic than all the rest. You have to understand that it's the only way. Probably that is the only way to understand that you must look inside for help. You must look to yourself for help and stop relying on other people. I mean, stop relying on them to give you money. I mean, stop relying on them to do anything for you because it's never about them giving you money anymore. Probably it's about you giving yourself the money. And it's about you teaching now something that you can give. Right now, you have a story. You can go and give your story today and you have to keep it up. You have to keep consistent. You have to keep being honest with your work and be more successful about it. You have to look into yourself right now and you have to say, I'm successful. I'm successful. I'm successful. I'm successful. You have to understand, you have to show yourself much greater. You have to expose yourself totally. So what I do on a daily basis is I expose myself and my life in my journal. And that way I become more courageous. Because when I expose myself and everything that's been secretive around my life in a journal and I post it online for free so everybody can see, I start getting more confident. I start becoming a rising star because I'm exposed now. And have you ever seen, for example, these rising stars who are actually popular and celebrities and they have so many paparazzis on them because they're always exposed and the paparazzi will expose them totally. So you be the one who's exposing yourself more so than the paparazzi. I promise you that way you shine and you say hello to the camera when they shine at you. I promise you if you're secretive, you'll be the one who's really, let's say, covering your head so you can go and get into your van. while the paparazzi is shooting you, because you got something to hide. I promise you, if the paparazzi is taking photos of you, you say hello, you say, "I love you guys, I thank you very much." You then just go your way. Understand? I'd love the paparazzi to be in my life, because guess what? That way, I understand I'm popular. I understand I've got attention. I need attention in my life. You need more of that in your life. You need to be more successful. You need to go and do something today that's going to help you. So find what you're doing today in your story and go and give it. I promise you, it's the best way. I promise you, it's just your story. And the more you give your story, the more inspirational you're going to be. I promise you, that's what you need to do every single day. You need to be more inspiring. You have to give more leadership skills. You have to give more knowledge. You have to give more of you and how you grew up, and just be yourself in the process. I mean, the more you talk and give content and give content and give content and write content and write content and write content and give content and speak content, I promise you, the more you can do it. And the more you can speak like me too. Because I can speak. I can speak and I can speak and I can speak. Because I'm a word freak. I'm a word freak. I love words. I love words. I mean, give me a word that I don't know and I'll go search it up. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, every single time I see a word that I don't know, I just go and search it up right away. I'll use the 5-second rule. I mean, when I have a decision to make, I use the 5-second rule. I say yes or no, and I go do it. Understand? I promise you, I make better plans all the time. I'm always planning. I'm always writing my thoughts down. I'm always doing it on paper. I'm always doing everything on paper. Because if you're not doing it on paper, guys, you're going to be schizophrenic. You're going to be mentally ill. You're going to be bipolar. You're going to be a depressive person in divine nature. And I don't need you to be mentally ill. I need you to write everything down. Because I remember when I wrote in my journal and I said, I need Jesus. I remember it clearly. I was on the ice in terms of the drugs. And I was very depressed. And I was on the verge of suicide with that journal. And I still have it. I took a photography in terms of, I took a photograph of the journal. And I have it all online of what I wrote and what I said. I went from I need Jesus to I deleted all these people from my life. And now because I deleted all those people from my life, I promise you it worked out. I promise you, although that my writing was all bad. I promise you I was so bad. I promise you I was very sick. I could not put a sentence together. I promise you I was very fried. I was a fried monkey. I mean, I was very much of a junkie. You understand that now I'm much more improved because I have higher morals. I'm much more disciplined. I'm much more empathetic. I'm much more selfless. I'm giving more knowledge. I'm helping more people in any way that I can. And it's not about the money in terms of the popularity. Probably it's not about them. Probably it's not about popularity anymore. Probably it's not about the money. Probably it's not about fame. Probably it's not about the attention. I don't care about that. I care about Jesus. So I do it for Jesus because that way I spread the word of the God that is Jesus, because I can see Jesus. I can see it. And anybody who can walk on water and rise 3 days later and be in front of people can understand to be my God, because I understand that. I can see that. I can see that anybody who can rise after dead and show up as an angel is my God. You have to understand that. You also have to understand to follow the 10 commandments of God. And it's thou shalt not kill. I mean, thou shalt not go for neighbor's wife. I mean, thou shalt not steal. You have to understand. You go and read up the 10 commandments of God, and Jesus says, don't cut your eye out. I mean, that means I love you. I mean, without the I in I love you, I need you to never cut your eye. I love you. I need you to never cut your eye. Because the eye is not these eyes, although I never need you to cut your eye here either. I never need you to cut your eye anywhere in life. I need you to understand that the I for I love you is the I talk about. I never need you to cut that I out, because I has to increase. I has to be more in your life. You have to increase your I more to increase your communication skills. I promise you, if you repeat this video one more time, you understand that I start the I in every single sentence. I start the you in every single sentence. I promise you, every single sentence starts with you and I in this video. You can go and rewind and read up upon how I start my sentences from the break lines. I now will say that this video will teach you something. You understand? I understand that you can see that. I now will say that you can understand how I start my sentences now. You have to understand that every single video that I do now starts with I and you and ends with I and you. You have to understand that it's the whole deal. You have to understand it's really about, let's summon a power in us to understand that we can go and be more prosperous and more abundant and less weak, because we don't need to be, I promise you, we don't need to be weak, and we don't need to be anything less. You understand? I promise you, if you're called meek, you have to understand it's really that we go and be savvy today. You understand that meek people are weak people. I promise you, I'm never meek, I'm only savvy. I'm only something much greater. I promise you, every time, for example, this word meek, I still have to search up the word. I don't even know the word. Although I understand, I just go to another word and I pick another word that's much more understood. Like savvy, which is alpha male or alpha woman drive. I mean, it's another term for alpha. And you have to be alpha. And alpha people are ones who can be determined and can write everything down and can take action upon the action goals and action plans. I promise you, you have an action step today, and it's to grow any way you can. So grow each and every single step of the way. I promise you, that's all that's asked of you. I promise you, you have to grow. You have to understand that there is a better way to grow today, and it's you. You must start with you first. You have to understand, you never go growing other people when you cannot grow you. You grow you first. You grow you. You don't grow other people. You don't try to impress people with your words. You go and name the words that you need to deliver, and you do it so that you can grow and not so they grow. I promise you, when I spoke all these words out in this nice, beautiful video, I promise you, it's because I grew from that. I promise you, I deserve to grow. I chose those words so I can grow, and not because I just said random words so that I can impress you. I didn't say that. I said I must make sure I never impress you, because it's about impressing I. I impress I in my life. I grow I. I'm always doing something for God and something greater than I. You have to understand, I'm always lifting myself in a better way. So I make sure that each and every single step of the way, I'm always growing one way or another. I'm always making sure that what my thoughts are is in this moment. I'm always making my thoughts become this moment. So that way I have no thoughts. And the way I do that is I write everything down. I write everything down so that I never have thinking going on, because thinking drives me insane. Honestly, thinking drives me insane, which means that it drives me crazy. Honestly, when you're a sane person, you're actually normal in terms of you have no craziness. So be and so you have to understand, to be and be understood in a way that you are prospering, in a way that you can see and you can hear much greater than you do. I mean, go and listen to many, many informational products out there and just realize that you have to be a nerd about words. You have to be a vocabulary word nerd. You have to be a nerd about everything. And you have to be interested and curious. You have to be open-minded all the time about everything going on. You have to be open-minded. I don't care what it is. You have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded. I promise you. I promise you. You name any aspect of life. I mean, go and be open-minded about it. And you'll learn about it. I promise you have to learn about everything. So open your mind. I realized that in Total Recall, in terms of the Arnold Schwarzenegger film, I promise you that baby goes, open your mind. I understand. You have to open your mind. You have to open everything that you are. You have to open your heart. And you have to give it. You have to give it every step of the way. You have to understand, to be determined every single day, and go and make your own 2-hour videos. I mean, go and make your video that's this quality in another version. I mean, go and make something better than this video. I mean, you can do it. You just have to put your heart into it. You have to understand that it's really that type of scenario. I can coach 2-hour videos really easily. I can do it now, easily. I can do another 2 hours. I can keep going. I've got so much to do in my life. I realize it's just about you improving yourself within the video. And the more you improve, the more you can improve. You have to understand it's really about that. You have to understand it's really about, let's find the words to say and let's change it up a bit. Or when you change it up a bit, you take a step back a bit. You just look at it now. I mean, let's recap a bit. I mean, we talked about many aspects of life here. I mean, it's really about what has struck upon you today to make sure that you take action upon one idea I said in this video so that you can go and improve your life. Probably this whole video is a sales pitch. Probably it's the ultimate sales pitch of how you must improve. And no charge. Probably that's what a salesperson is. Probably that's what a sales being is. Probably we're human beings. So when you're improving your life, just remember that I do care. I do care for you. Although I care about I more than you. I care about Jesus more. I'm here to grow I. And I don't know if you're going to watch this video or not. So I have to grow myself regardless. Probably some people may have left in the 30th minute of this video. I still have to keep going. I still have to keep growing. Probably it's about my growth now. I wait for nobody. You understand? So I keep growing because I never wait. I never wait. I never wait. I never wait because the repetition of your life must be a metaphor. You must understand that metaphors is a term and condition to understand a better way. You must understand a better way to understand growth. And a growth way is now. So when you're growing, you're teaching people how to really live life in the moment. You're teaching people any aspect of life. You're teaching them all angles of life. You're making sure that they can correspond in a better way and that they can use the compass of their life to go forward and to go up, because it's never about looking down anymore. It's about look up and let's be more than we are. You have to understand it's really about understanding a greater way. So when you're very confident in yourself, you understand to go and be more confident and go and do more confident aspects of life because you deserve it. You deserve to do something great. You have something great in you right now. So be that type of individual who understands that you can grow right now. You can do something to prosper. You can do something to practice right now. Your communication skills on camera, and go and give it. I mean, do it 3 hours a day. I mean, come on. You can do it. I can do it. I mean, everybody can do it. I mean, a little baby can do it. I mean, we're all babies anyway. I'm a baby. I'm not a grown-up. I'm a baby. You understand? I'm a baby, always. I'm vital in this planet to make sure that everybody has value. I give value as much as I can, and I give it to you for free. You can see it's for free. I've got nothing to charge you with. You have to understand, it's about my growth here. I'm doing my growth. You still have to go and make your 2-hour video. You'll find out what's growth when you have to go and do your own 2-hour video and talk and talk and talk. You'll understand how growth is made. You understand how growth becomes more over time when you are talking longer in the video. And you have to understand that when you're doing it in front of people, you're growing even more. Because now you have people watching you in live time. And it's more growth. And that's what the money is. Roshi, it's that kind of money and that kind of attention that I crave. I crave that in life. Where 10,000 people can be watching me and I can be at a seminar and the main public speaker of that seminar. And people came to watch me. Because I've got something to say. I've got something to give. I've got some life coaching techniques, baby, to give you to make sure that your family prospers. Roshi, that's what I live for. I live for that. Because that's the kind of definition of my success. Where I can help you and your family from anywhere in the world. I mean, it doesn't even have to be, it doesn't even have to be in front of a crowd. I am already doing it in front of a crowd online. I have a crowd already. I'm doing it everywhere online already. So I'm just giving the free knowledge right now. For free. I'm doing it for free. And now, whatever happens with my daily life in terms of 9 to 5 work and all of this is different. That's different. Although my content stays for free forever. I understand the economics of the world is going down, although my economics is going up, because I'm giving free content, baby. I'm giving something of nice, beautiful wisdom for free. I'm growing along the way. I've got a business to muster a better way. I muster always something greater in Jesus, and that way I'm always punctual in what I say, because I'm always showing up for my work. I'm never late for my work. I do my work at any time. I'm not Anytime Fitness, although I am Anytime Fitness too. I honestly regard that I went to Anytime Fitness gym and I am not with them anymore, although I'm with something greater. I do exercise at any time. I do build my muscle at any time. I still have to start up again to build my muscle because I've been so productive about my life in other ways that I understand that it's a long journey. And you always have time to manifest everything in your life. You just have to understand that it's one step at a time. Honestly, it's one step at a time. So remember, it's about communication skills and be comfortable in a way that you're growing. I mean, be comfortable in growth. I mean, grow in discomfort so that you understand that you be comfortable with discomfort. Honestly, that's the best way to grow. And if you're scared to grow, it's because you've not learned how to do so. Because I don't know how to do so, although you have to understand that it's really that you must not know how to do so, and you just put yourself in a situation and let's do it. You have to put yourself there. I mean, if you've never done a 3-hour video before, from start to finish with coaching, you have to learn how that feels. So you have to do that. I mean, you have to put yourself into the situation because you can talk about it 50 million years and more, and if you've never done it, you'll never understand how it feels. You have to go and really talk in the video for 3 hours long and go and achieve it for yourself, and you'll find out how it feels. I've done 4-hour videos. I've done 4.5-hour videos. In a sense, so the whole point of this video is to teach you how you can grow. You must grow in a way that you've never grown before, because what it's about is your words, and you use your words to grow. You use your words as a foundation, stepping stone. You use your words to actually master something greater. You go and teach whatever you can. You go and teach and teach and teach. And you just muster a better way in the process. Honestly, it's just about that. You go and grow as much as you can. You go and do as much videos as you can a day. Honestly, there's no limit into how much growth you can do a day. You can go and grow all the time. You just grow and grow and grow. You grow yourself always. Because that way you will become somebody more. You will become somebody much more strong because you've given them. You've given something. And when you've given something, you cherish what you give. You have to understand, you cherish what you have today. Roshi, what you have today is what you've given. And that's it. Roshi, if you've never given anything, you have nothing. Roshi, if you have nothing to give, you have nothing of life. Roshi, you have to give something. So go find what it is you're going to give and make it your passion. And go and give it for free. And for free. And for free. And for free. I have music passion. I have a music passion. So I post my music that I do online for free. I make it and I post it online for free. I make this video, which is my life coaching. I post it online for free. I do it for free because it's my passion. I like to do it. I like to understand a better way. I understand that my life coaching techniques work because I can grow, baby. I understand that my wisdom works, and when I give wisdom, I grow easily. I'm very strong. I'm very heartfelt. I have heart. I give you everything from the heart, and I give it differently, and I give it differently, and I give it differently. So every time I achieve something much greater, I thank myself and I'm grateful for my life, because that way I understand a greater way. I understand that the greater way is you. You must understand you must improve yourself today. You must improve yourself, so make sure that what you're doing today is public speaking, and improve your communication skills along the way, and let's start communicating more. I mean, let's start becoming much more of a leader-like quality. You understand? You have to become much more leader-like today. You have to be more quality. You have to give more quality. You have to understand it's about freedom today. So the more you can give for free and from your heart, the much better of a man or woman you're going to be, or woman or man you're going to be. Now, just realize that no matter what you do, I'm not bisexual, I'm not gay, although you understand that I just say that just to clarify in something greater. You have to understand, it's just make sure that what you're doing today is going to be freedom. You're doing freedom, you're doing some salvation work, you're doing some Jesus work today, and give it for free and just go and make your name. I mean, you don't need the followers, you don't need them to follow you, you don't need them to do anything for you. You just need yourself to make sure that you are going to prosper. You prosper through your communication skills, you give it via video, and everything's excellent. You're going to plan your life on video. And that's how you're going to succeed every single day. Promise you stay ahead of the times, and you stay ahead of everything. Promise you it's the best way to do it. Promise you, if you get tired listening to me in this video, promise you, what does it say about me speaking about the video? I spoke the video while you're just listening. Promise you, because you have listened to this video, you've done nothing. I spoke it. I live it. You just listening. You still have to speak it too. You have to speak it. You have to understand that speaking it is much more than listening to it. You understand? So go make your own 2-hour video. You're going to understand me then and how I feel right now. Because that's what growth is. I promise you, growth is go do it alone and without anybody else's help. Or else you go do it alone and without anybody else's help. Because that's how you do it. You sometimes also repeat your words so that you can correct yourself in a better way. You understand? You correct yourself in a better way so you can pronounce it better, and then you move on. I promise you, if you start to blur in your words, you go and repeat the words again, and you're going to improve those words again in a better way. You have to be pronunciation literate in a better way. You have to understand, you have to be literate in terms of literacy. You have to understand that literacy is literature, and it can be financial literacy, it can be financial literacy or literature, or it can be English literature, or whatever you're studying. I don't know what you study, although guess what? We're talking about life here. I'm a life coach. I promise you, Jesus is a life coach. I promise you, Jesus talks about life. Overall. Or should I do the same as Jesus? I do Jesus' work. I'm a life coach. I preach the Bible. I preach everything. I preach it for the better. I do something for the better. I teach you how to maneuver around it and how to be water, as Bruce Lee says. I promise you all though that this is the sum up of my video here, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you share it around, and I hope that you subscribe to the video too, because now it's on YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video.